So I want to talk a little bit about how on the spiritual awakening, the universe begins to speak with you. When you start realizing that you are connected to everything and that everything is connected to you and that everything is cause and effect and everything that you do has an effect in your life and everything that you say and that your words have power. And then you start seeing synchronicities and you start seeing signs everywhere. You start seeing that the universe is speaking with you, and the language of the universe is very subtle. It comes from within. It comes from without, but it touches you from within. And when you start noticing it more and more, it becomes more and more fluent to you. You start, it's like learning a whole language. And the more you see it, the more you're aware of it, the more the universe speaks with you. And then you understand that the universe is always speaking with you, and it's always speaking with you. All the signs for your spiritual awakening are all around you all the time, at every level that you are at. It is when you arrive at the place that you need the signs are always there. They're always unfolding. It's like the flower of life is continuously unfolding. So wherever you are on their spiritual awakening, the signs for your next step will always be there all around you. So in that way, you don't have to worry about missing any signs. You'll notice that once you fix something in yourself, once you find a false way of believing, you will get opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to fix that behavior. So when you find something in you that you want to change, and you'll notice that the next day, an opportunity will present itself for you to make a different decision. A lot of times we're on this automatic, so we'll make the same decision and then we'll be like, oh, why did I do that? I already knew that I should have done it differently. But the universe will continuously bring you opportunities in different ways and different aspects, through different people, through different situations, of the exact same lesson until you get the lesson. So you don't have to worry about missing a lesson. It'll always come back around to you and be presented to you. And the more you see these signs all around you, and the more you learn the language of the universe and you learn how to maneuver in it, the more your belief becomes stronger. So it's kind of like a machine that feeds itself. The more you believe, the more you see, the more it reinforces itself. So really, you just have to be an allowance. You have to allow the things to come to you, and you have to allow the universe to present itself to you. It's really not something that you can force. If you want to accelerate this, get out into nature. Get out into nature. In nature, there are so many. You take one walk in nature, and there's so many signs and so many things, so many representations for where you are at on your spiritual awakening. Everything is in sync, and everything happens for a reason, and everything is on cycles. Like there are patterns in the universe, and these patterns of the universe also apply towards us, because we are of this world. We are of this existence. So any kind of pattern that you find in nature, you can learn about yourself through. You know, just like you can see the cycle of nature, the cycle of trees, the cycle of life, you can see it in micro and you can see it in macro. You can see your own cycle, many cycles within you based on the cycle of life. So when you find patterns in nature, and they will present themselves to you as you are ready to perceive them. So it's not like you have to go out into nature and force anything. It's just like when I give advice to people, I tell them, and they have these massive realizations, and I'm telling you too, and they have these massive realizations, and then they're like, I need to remember this, I need to remember this. And I tell them, you don't have to remember anything that I said. If you understood it and it registered, wherever it is relevant in your life as you're going through life, it will spark, it'll come back up. So as you're going through life, if this comes up as a memory, then it's relevant. And then you understand that it is relevant, because whatever you understand is going into your escrow. It's going into your mind. It's going into your escrow. It's going into your knowledge base. And so you don't have to remember it all the time. You just know that when it is relevant, it'll come up for you, and you will remember it when it's relevant. Because otherwise, you know, we don't have to keep all of our thoughts and all of our knowledge all the time on the edge of our brain. That's not something we need to do. You know how much knowledge we have that is under, and whenever it's relevant, it comes up. So it's just the same thing. You don't have to remember these things. These things will present themselves as they're relevant to you in your life path. And it's just like if you go out into nature, you don't have to be forcing yourself. You need what you need to be doing, and well, you need. I don't like that word, but the best thing for you is to bring yourself into the now, because when you bring yourself into the now, you become aware of your surroundings, and then you will be more likely to notice the small things. The small things are the things where God is. God is in the small things. God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter what you call it. The all is in the details. So when you get out into nature, it really does, and you connect to nature, it brings you into the now. So then it brings you out of your mind, and you're not trying to make anything happen. You're not in the past, you're not in the future, you're being the observer. You are being in your full power when you are in the now. This moment is the only moment of power in your life. This moment, and this moment, and this moment, and this moment. And it's perpetual. It keeps on going and going and going on this timeline. The time is like the river of time. Time is where everything plays out on. I did a video about that you can watch. I think and recently, I don't remember what it's called. But the river of time, everything plays out on the river of time. And when you can bring yourself into the now, when you get out into nature and you bring yourself into now, these patterns will present themselves to you. You don't have to, wherever you are on your path, they will present themselves to you relevant to that, because you can only perceive what is relevant to you. So it has to work that way. Even though in nature, all of the relevance is everywhere, all at once, all the time. Wherever you are the perceiver. You will perceive whatever's relevant to you. You can't perceive what is relevant to your future self, and you can perceive what is relevant to your past self, but a lot of times we just pass over it because it's already obvious to us, and it's not bringing us forward in our expansion of this lifetime. And techniques to getting into the now is through appreciation. Appreciation is a gateway into the now. It's like a portal into the now. When you are in appreciation, you are paying attention. You have to pay attention to be in appreciation. So if you are trying to bring yourself into the now, get appreciative. Start looking at things and appreciating them and looking at their details and paying attention to them. And then you'll notice that you are leaving your mind and you're coming in to be the observer. So thank you for watching this.